What is going on, New York Giants fans? D. Illa here. All right, in this video, we're going to talk about Brian Daboll and Joe Schoen and how they may view Shedeur Sanders as a quarterback prospect heading into this 2025 draft. Now, there's some content creators out there that are giving the impression that Joe Schoen and Brian Daboll do not believe that Shedeur Sanders is a first-round quarterback or a top 5 quarterback in this draft. And my question is in this whole entire situation, can Brian Daboll and Joe Schoen really trust their ability to evaluate talent at the quarterback position, given the fact that they re-signed Daniel Jones, they missed on Michael Penix last year, along with Bo Nix? That's the way it looks right now. As we sit after one season, it looks like they missed on those two. If they somehow believe that Shedeur Sanders is not a quarterback that should be drafted within the first 5 picks, I think they really need to go look at themselves in the mirror and really look at how they have individually evaluated that position during their time with the New York Giants and realize the fact that they have made mistakes. So therefore, they can't necessarily trust their instincts when it comes to this position. When Joe Schoen and Brian Daboll first stepped on the scene, they were known for being a part of that group that brought Josh Allen to the Buffalo Bills. That was something they could hang their hat on. But now, with every year that passes, that's a branch that's breaking off that tree at a very rapid pace. And it's not necessarily something that they can continue to point to as a positive for them when it comes to their overall body of work. So the doubt is already there on how these two assess the quarterback position. It's been there. And you mean to tell me they're going to have the balls to pass on Shedeur Sanders if he's available at the 3rd pick? I find that very hard to believe. I think their best course of action here is to eat a piece of humble pie, ignore their instincts, and just take the quarterback. Take their swing on a quarterback. Regardless of what they may think of the player, throw all that out the window because you've been wrong in the past many times before. Like with Brian Daboll, he may be able to evaluate these guys at the college level, but he hasn't proven that he's been able to do it at the NFL level. And Joe Schoen just had the perfect situation fall on his lap. They have proven nothing at this position when it comes to pulling the trigger on a prospect. Sure, they've been a part of it, but they weren't the lead man calling the shots when they succeeded on bringing in a specific player. I don't think they're in a position to do anything like that, because if Shedeur Sanders goes to another team and he plays this upcoming year and he shows any inkling of being an NFL starter in this league, and we could have had him with one single pick at pick number 3, and now we've brought on Russell Wilson, we brought on Jameis Winston. Sure, these aren't necessarily great quarterback options, but they were the best that were available out there, and we brought them in at a respectable price. So if they go out here, regardless of what you may think our win total is going to be just based on the schedule as we sit in March, and they win more games than anybody would expect, and we're sitting number 10 or 15 heading into that draft next year with Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston and still no young quarterback to build around, and now we're stuck in a situation where we have to move more draft capital just to get our guy that we may want next year. We're giving away assets that can build our football team into the future. If they pass on Shedeur Sanders and that's the way it works out, I think they sign their death certificate right there on the spot.